Hey, it's me. I'm back again. Again. For like the 50 millionth time. I don't know why this is such a surprise to you people. So, as you may know, I was in Japan for a couple weeks back in October, I think. And I posted a couple vlogs and stuff like that. But, you know, I never really got to sit down and actually tell you guys a lot of specifics about what happened while I was over in Japan. So here we go. A girl who's never been outside the US except for like once, maybe. I went to Europe. They're speaking English there. This is my first time in an Asian country, so I'm gonna tell you all my stories about it. So, going to Japan, I was like, okay, I gotta remind myself this isn't gonna be, you know, like anime, where everybody's running around with toast in their mouths, like, notice me, senpai, or nothing like that. I have to remind myself, I'm like, okay, this is a real culture, real people. I gotta be prepared to, you know, not stand out and look like the tourist. So, you know, I looked stuff up and learned, you know, different phrases that I was gonna need for politeness or for manners, stuff like that. And so I did, and I learned quite a few, and I actually got to use quite a few of them while I was there. So first we get there. First thing I noticed, we're going to like this parking garage, because the person that picked us up, she had her car in the garage, shocker. And we're passing by the airport parking stuff, and there's like the little area where you can get like your tickets for like paying for parking, stuff like that. And there are these little machines, and they have sensors on them. So when you walk by, they can sense, you know, that there's somebody there. And they all speak in this cute, high-pitched little Japanese voice saying, "Konnichiwa!" as you pass by them. It is the cutest thing ever. And that's when I knew I was gonna love Japan. Just 5 seconds being there, and I already knew I was gonna love it. Anyway, moving on to that. We got to Japan, lots of things, and like, one thing I definitely noticed is that whenever you spoke Japanese to people, they seemed either very relieved or very happy to see that you were speaking, you know, you're trying to speak it. A couple of, not instances, that sounds like this is a bad thing. A couple times that happened there was one time I was out and about. A little tip for you guys, if you're ever visiting Japan, bring cash and a coin purse, because their cash is coins, basically. There's a couple actual paper bills, but most of it is coins. So be sure to bring a coin purse with you, and cash, because most places do not accept credit cards. I don't know why, it's a cultural thing or what, but I learned that. Take cash and coins with you. Anyway, so I was at a thrift store, and it was rather close to the military base, so I assumed, I was like, okay, it's probably safe to say that they're used to Americans coming in with their cards, so I might be able to pay with this. So I get my stuff, and that's where I got this. And I walked up to the cash register, and clearly, you know, very Japanese guy who probably doesn't speak any English. So I just come up and I kind of set my stuff down. He starts scanning it up. I was like, okay, I gotta remember. What is it? What's the thing? So I hold up my credit card like "Kore wa tsukaemasu ka?" I think that's what it was. It means, can I use this? And he just kind of paused. He's like, "Hi, skosh." So I was like, I spoke Japanese to somebody and he understood. Like, honestly, to me, it's the greatest feeling when you like actually accomplish something you've been working hard at like that. Like, I've been studying Japanese for a couple months before I got there, and even then I was still very like, I didn't know hardly any. So to actually have a conversation with someone in Japanese was amazing. Another time that happened was we were at a store, and the person I was traveling with had no more batteries for her camera or something like that. We're trying to find them. Well, we can't read Japanese. Well, I couldn't at the time. I learned some since then. But we couldn't read Japanese, so we had no idea where anything was. Their department stores were huge, so we had to walk up and try and talk to somebody. She starts trying to talk to him in English, and I was like, excuse me, let me do this. Not really. I just kind of hold up the camera, batteries, and I'm like, "Kore wa doko desu ka?" Just like, where is this in the store? And he kind of smiled. He's like, "Ah," and then he's like trying to direct us, like it was in a different building. So I used the little responses I had learned. It's like, "Oh, so desu ka? Arigato," you know, stuff like that. I probably sounded so white when trying to speak it, but they seemed happy enough. And like, honestly, that's what inspired me to want to learn Japanese. And if you too want to learn Japanese, there's this awesome app called Memrise. Not sponsored, honestly, but it's a really good app, and like it helped me learn to read Japanese. Like, I never thought I'd be able to read Japanese. I can read Japanese now, thanks to that app. Anyway, moving on. I was there in October, which I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss Halloween, so sad. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna be in Japan. As soon as I got to Japan, I was like, Halloween, what? Who dat? Anyway, while we were there, I figured, oh, well, Halloween's more of a Western holiday, so there's probably not gonna be any Halloween stuff around here. And so I was like, okay. But surprisingly enough, there was. If you saw my videos, you probably saw a lot of Halloween decorations. They're little vending machines that have the screens on the front are all decorated with little chibi ghosts floating around and pumpkins, and oh, it was so cute. Everything was adorable. But that's not what I'm talking about, sorry. So I was only in Japan on Halloween for like a few hours. It was our very last day in Japan was Halloween, and we were traveling for half of it. So we had to stop by the post office before we went to the airport to drop off some packages that we were going to mail home because they were stuff we couldn't take on the plane. Anyway, so we stopped there, and I'm mentioning this because like I was only in Japan on Halloween for a few hours, and I already saw a Harambe costume. I kid you not. The one costume I saw in Japan was a Harambe. I'm not even joking. And it wasn't even like some American person doing it. It was the only Japanese worker at that post office who was wearing a monkey suit with a tag that said Harambe. I'm like, that meme has been dead for months, people. Come on. Like, it's infected Japan. But honestly, it was really cute to see like all of like the displays that they had for Halloween, and they had all of these things for like makeup for Halloween. Of course, it's not like, oh, scary makeup, but a lot of it was like super cute stuff, like, oh, how to be a doll, and how to be like Harajuku girl, and stuff like that. And there was some, obviously, like a ghost and stuff like that, but it was a lot different than what you would, I don't know, what you would assume Halloween would be. You know, over here, we're like, oh, you know, gore and creepy things, and over there, everything is just so cute. I kid you not, it's all just so adorable. I die. Ugh. Speaking of adorable, the little Japanese school kids. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up here. I may not have mentioned this on this channel before. I'm not a fan of kids usually. I'm just very awkward around them. I just don't know how to talk to them. I don't do kids. But little Japanese children, so cute. I can't even. Normally, you know, kids, you see them out in public, they're screaming or throwing a tantrum, and you just kind of get out of there. I think I saw maybe one Chinese children are a different thing. I saw maybe one Japanese child actually act out, and their parents got on top of them like that, like nobody's business. And it was impressive to see how well behaved the children were there, and like, I would see them, like, we woke up in one morning and I looked out our hotel room window, and there's this little line of they all wear these little, like, hats to school. I don't know what that is. And they all have, like, these same little plastic backpacks, which are so cute. And they're all in this line behind the teacher who's just carrying this little flag, and they're not distracted, they're not running around, they're just following behind her the whole time. And I'm just like, so you did that in America, and it just wouldn't go well. You'd lose at least 3 children. And there was one time, me and my group, we were standing at this corner of like a street trying to figure out which way we're supposed to go. We're looking on Google Maps and stuff, and I glance up and there's this bus stopped at the stop sign. And it's a school bus. And there's all these like, not quite preschool, a little older than preschool Japanese children all staring out the window. And so I glance up and I notice a couple of them were staring in my direction, so I just kind of give them a little wave, and all of them like, and they all wave back as the bus drives off, and I'm just like, okay, that was new. It was actually pretty cute. Normally, if I catch people staring at them like, you want to go? You want to go? Not really. But, you know, staring usually makes me pretty uncomfortable. But, like, when it's from, like, the little Japanese kids, you can't just ignore that. It's just... So, in order to avoid this video being, like, a half an hour long, I'm going to cut myself off here. But there is so much more I could tell you guys about from Japan. If you would like to hear more Japan stories, let me know in the comments down below. I keep saying that. Oh, let me know in the comments down below. And none of you ever comment. Just one, maybe 2. I'm not like, oh, you need to comment or else I won't post or anything like that. But like, if you would like to see me do the Fanfiction Fridays or more Japan stories or less Japan stories or less ranting, more ranting, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I will try my best to make it happen, because I have no idea what I'm doing here on this channel, to be honest. Like, I'm just kind of doing as I please, And if there's something specific you want to see, let me know. So, with that said, I'll see you all next... Why am I doing this? Next Tuesday. Bye!